To my brothers and sisters, that are heavy on the doctrine of that Esau is the white man. Consider this. Esau was a Shemite. Esau was a descendant of Shem, just like Jacob. So that means the same blood that runs in the veins of Esau runs in yours.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakwadash. That is to say, all praise to the Most High God, whose name is Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, through the Holy Spirit, Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom to the 144,000, as well as to the rest of the hopeful righteous elect, men, women, and children of Israel, scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth, among the heathen, as well as those that even look like the heathen. All right, this is not a black or white thing. I'm the brother Yara Dunbar from the GMS branch here in Chicago, coming back at you with what I hope to be another short yet edifying lesson. All right, and the title of this lesson is going to be Response. Did you know Esau was a Shemite? All right, and this is a video that I got from the Elder Manata Zakba, all right, down in South Carolina. And I think this is going to be a two-part series because there's two ways that I want to attack this video in response to this video, man. Because, and this one is going to be going into the more physical side, all right? The next one will be going into the spiritual side of proving that Esau Edom is the so-called white man on a bulk, or in mass, as we say. All right, because we do understand that not all so-called white people are Edomites. There are many people who look like the so-called white man who are Israelites, or they may be of another nation because they've been mixed and mingled. All right, but he asked the question, did you know that Esau was a Shemite? Yeah, we know that he came from Shem. So did Ammon and Moab, right? And Ishmael, to just name a few. All right, but that, as the elder said in his video, that doesn't mean that they are the chosen. And what you have to understand is that there were two nations in Rebekah's womb. So we're going to start here in the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 19. And it says, and these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padanaram, the sister to Laban, the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord Yahweh for his wife because she was barren. And the Lord Yahweh was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord Yahweh. And the Lord Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And I want to see what this says in a different translation real quick. All right, Bible comparison. Let's just see. NLT. And the Lord told her, the sons of your womb will become two nations. From the very beginning, the two nations will be rivals. One nation will be stronger than the other, and your older son will serve the younger son. So that just proves to you that, hey, yeah, just because they were Shemites, both were Shemites, they were progenitors of two separate nations. Okay. And he made the point that, oh, well, they had the same parents. And pretty much saying if Jacob is black, then Esau has to be black. All right. And that's why I said this is going to be the more physical aspect of it, because there's a spiritual explanation as well of why Esau came out red all over. Right. Okay. That's why he said, well, wasted away is he. But we're just going to go into the physical proving that Esau Edom is the so-called white man today. All right. And we're going to do it by tracing the lineage of Esau, the progenitor of the Edomites, all the way to Alexander the Greek. All right. So to do so, we're going to start. We're going to start here in the book of Genesis, the 36th chapter. All right. And we're going to go straight to verse. We'll start at 9. And then you see it says the descendants of Esau. It says, and these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons. Eliphaz, the son of Adah, the wife of Esau. Reuel, the son of Bashemoth, the wife of Esau. Right? So we see that Esau had a son named Eliphaz. Remember that. Okay. verse 11, it says, and the sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, and Gatam, and Kenaz. Okay, so yeah, so he had a son named Eliphaz, and then you get Teman. All right, but let's continue on. But it says what in verse 12? It says, and Timnah was a concubine to Eliphaz. So remember, Eliphaz is Esau's sons. And Timnah was a concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son. And she bare to Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Adah, Esau's wife. So, and remember, Amalek is the small hats today. All right, but that's important. Remember that Esau had a son named Eliphaz, and Eliphaz had a son named Amalek. All right, so now let's go to 1 Samuel, the 15th chapter. All right, 1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 8. Actually, we'll start at 6. It says, and Saul said unto the Kenites, go depart, get ye down from among the Amalekites, right? Lest I destroy you with them, for ye show kindness to all the children of Israel when they came up out of Egypt. So the Kenites departed from among the Amalekites, and Saul smote the Amalekites from Hivlah unto thou comest to Shur, that is over against Egypt. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword. So now we got from Esau to Eliphaz, from Eliphaz to Amalek, and then Amalek had a king named Agag. Okay, so now follow me some more. And this one is going to be very quick and straight to the point, man, because it's very simple. And like I said, this is the physical aspect of it. The next lesson will be more in depth, and it will go into more prophecy and the spiritual things of this matter. All right. So remember, Agag was the king of the Amalekites. So now this is Esther 3:1. It says, after these things did Ahasuerus promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, and advanced him and set his seat above all the princes that were with him. So now we have Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite. So now there's a nation known as the Agagites, which we know that they go back to who? Amalek, which goes back to Eliphaz, which goes back to who? Esau. Right? Let me take this off because I'm getting tired of this. All right. So now, hey, it's simple. So now we're tracking who? He's the Agagite, Haman the Agagite. So next, let's go to the additions of Esther. And this is part of the reason that they took this Apocrypha out, man, because it makes it so simple and easy to track who are the Edomites. So this is additions to Esther chapter 3 and verse 6. So it says, howbeit Aman, right? So now this is the same person. It says, howbeit Aman, the son of Amadathis. So that's Haman, the son of Hammedatha. It's the same thing, but now it's going into more of a Greek form of those names, right? So additions to Esther 3 and 6 again, it says, howbeit Aman, the son of Amadathis, the Agagite, who was in great honor, was the king, sought to molest Mordecai and his people because of the two eunuchs of the king. So now we see that it's still, instead of being called Haman, he's being called Aman, the son of Amadathis, the Agagite. All right. So from there, let's continue on. Additions of Esther, chapter 7 and verse 10. And I hope you're following me. So now we have what? Aman the Agagite, which again, let's say it again. Aman the Agagite. The Agagites go back to Agag, and Agag goes back to the Amalekites, and Amalek goes back to Eliphaz, and Eliphaz is the son of who? Esau, the progenitor of the Edomites. Right? So now we're almost done here. Additions to Esther, chapter 7 and verse 10. It says, for Aman, a Macedonian, the son of Amadathah, being indeed a stranger from the Persian blood and far distant from our goodness, and as a stranger received of us, has so far forth obtained the favor that we showed toward every nation, as that he was called our father and was continually honored of all the next person unto the king. All right, but the point here is in verse 10, it says, for Aman, a Macedonian, the son of Amadathah. So now it's calling Aman a Macedonian. So this is linking the Macedonians To who? The Agagites, which we understand go back to who? Esau, Edom. So now, final scripture. And this drives the point home right here. This is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, the son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece. Right? So now, who is Alexander, the son of Philip, the Macedonian? Let's figure that out together. So I have here Alexander the Macedonian. And who does it point to? It says Alexander the Great, or as we say, Alexander the Greek, or Alexander the Crete. Right here. Who was his parent? Philip II of Macedon. So that proves, or it backs up what was said in that first Maccabees chapter 1. So now we trace the Macedonians to Alexander the Great to the Macedonians, the Macedonians to the Agagites, the Agagites to the Amalekites, and the Amalekites to Eliphaz, and Eliphaz back to Esau. So that shows you in a physical sense, man, that yes, Esau, Edom is the so-called white man that the Bible speaks of. And we know who Alexander the Greek is, man. Right? So yeah, man, that should prove the point. Plain, simple, and easy. Okay, and like I said, in the next installment, we'll go into more of a spiritual sense of this aspect and show through prophecy. Okay, that hey, Esau Edom is the so-called white man, no doubt about it. All right, and there's no way around it. So, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. With that, I'm gonna say, call Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom to the 144,000, as well as to the rest of the hopeful righteous elect, men, women, and children of Israel scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abba Babal.